This is Channel 4 with Sign On and Secret Dreams.
If you really want to know what I'm dreaming about, watch this.
This is Bolton, Greater Manchester. What does that mean to you? A history of dark, satanic cotton mills? Bolton Wanderers Football Club? Or maybe just another northern town? But to anyone who's interested in the theatre, it means the Octagon. Over the last few years, the Octagon has become significant to deaf people who are interested in the theatre.
The Octagon has a great tradition of working with both deaf actors and deaf facilitators and encouraging a deaf and hearing audience to productions. A long time ago they did a production of Children of a Lesser God, and that started off the artistic director Lawrence Till on a series of work that was funded through the Arts Council Big Idea, which enabled him to do Titus Andronicus, which was completely signed at production, not just with an interpreter.
This minion stood upon her chastity. Shall she carry it unto the grave? And if she do...
What about using a naive sort of style? Yeah? Can you work naively?
This woman struck home to show my strength.
As well as the magnificent productions which grace its stage, the theatre is also proud of establishing the Octagon Youth Theatre. It's really taken off under its director, Sue Reddish.
I think the Octagon has a really strong sense of itself as a theatre within a community, and that community is obviously the town of Bolton, and it sees this as a service to help people participate in a way in the theatre, particularly encouraging young people to get involved who may not have seen themselves as potential theatre goers.
Now it's March 1996. Elsewhere in the theatre, the latest exciting development for the Octagon is preparing for its debut. The Deaf Youth Theatre Group are having their final rehearsals for their first production, called The Secret Dreams of Alice.
Let's go back further in the scene because it's clearer.
Oh no, watch what you're doing.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry, don't worry about it.
What did you say?
I said don't worry.
I'm deaf. What did you say?
What? She's deaf. Hello.
I'm deaf, not stupid.
No, wait a minute, wait. My name is Danny. D. Look. D.
D.
A.
A.
N.
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 Y. Danny,
Oh,
right?
right.
What's your name?
Alice.
What? A. L. I. C. E. Alice, okay.
The Deaf Youth Theatre is one of 7 groups that meet here weekly, which brings the numbers of attendance to just under 200 young people from Bolton and the surrounding area who attend drama sessions here each week.
Who is he?
Somebody she met. She's gone out to meet him tonight.
Boyfriend?
Yes, the one she's fallen for. She's gone to meet down the pub.
What on earth?
Oh, you're just old-fashioned, you.
Don't be me old-fashioned. No way. I don't know. Mum, Dad, I saw Alice kissing him.
Oi, behave
you.
yourself.
The aim of the Deaf Youth Theatre is the same as all the youth theatre groups in the Octagon, and that's to build individual members' skills, develop confidence, and have fun whilst working creatively together, and also to use drama to express concerns and aspirations that the young people have.
I wanted to show hearing people that I could do it. Some friends had told me before that, you know, theatre, you can't hear, you can't do that. Inside I felt really angry, so I came here. I wanted to show my friends, get lost, I can do it.
She's with me.
No, I'm not.
Are you sure?
Who is he?
Give us a kiss.
Get lost.
Here, what do you think you're doing? That's the girl I met in the supermarket.
I'm sorry.
Shh, don't say it, okay? You go.
I'm going
gonna
off.
talk to her.
Hi.
We've given ourselves quite a big task, really, in that we've only started meeting since January, and we've given ourselves a public performance to aim for in March, which, if you total up the 2-hour weekly sessions that we meet, it only comes to about 24, 26 hours. But within that, we're aiming to produce a short devised performance. The Secret Dreams of Alice really chronicle one girl and her sort of typical teenage sort of experiences of life, sort of pressures from school and pressures at home, and then her trying to negotiate a relationship with a boyfriend, and then basically just at the end how she sorts those things out, really.
Oh, I'm happy thinking about you going out for a meal, your boyfriend asking you to marry him and you saying yes. I'll tell him no. Yes, Alice. No, Mum. Yes. I'll say no. Please don't tell me no, Alice. Tell him yes. No. Look, don't waste your life. I don't want that, Mum. Please don't waste your life, Alice. I never acted before, and I was really happy about it. But Alice, her life's very different from mine. I had a happy childhood, whereas Alice was miserable all the time. It was a change for me.
The drama group identified that they didn't want to necessarily solely write a play or devise a play that was about deaf issues, which I was quite surprised about at first, but they said that it wasn't such a big issue for them, really. And I think that identifies something that's quite interesting is working as a hearing director with them, that something that I think looks obviously like a burning issue, something that would have great dramatic effect, is a day-to-day reality to them. And maybe one of the reasons they come to the drama group is to get away from some of the assumptions and prejudices they experience about being deaf and just to do something completely different. That's excellent. Well done. What did it feel like? Enjoy it? It felt perfect, Michael, didn't it? That was good. As a hearing director, I was a little hesitant to begin with to work with a deaf group, just because I hadn't had any experience of signing. And during the course of this project, I've started to learn sign, and I also work with a communicator, Kath, who's with us on all the rehearsals. I haven't found it a real problem. It's been exciting. One changes is that, which was Michael's idea, which I think is a really good idea, is to take Kath out of the club scene. It's unlikely that Mahbub will be coming back. He might be, which would be great if he is, but we don't think that he'll be coming back, certainly to immediately. We had a boy in our group who had an accident and wasn't able to keep coming back. And that it's so much about the individuals and the characters that they create that it's hard to fill that gap, particularly in this case because it was an Asian actor, and the storyline was about a girl bringing home a black boyfriend. So that completely threw us, really. We had to, because there was no way that we could just put another actor into that. We had to sort of go back to the starting point.
I think it was Sue wanted Brendan to do the music, do the drumming for the deaf people who could hear the drums or feel the vibrations. Other music of a higher frequency, deaf people can't relate to. So the lower frequency sounds were better, more powerful. I felt comfortable drumming. It was good for the vibrations.
I really do have to go now.
All right then. Can I see you tomorrow?
Tomorrow, yeah. You can come to my house and meet my mother and father.
Okay then. Bye.
Okay.
What's terrific about something centred around a professional theatre is the amount of expertise that can be called in to help the raw novices. A month ago, 2 members of Chaos, a leading physical theatre company, joined the Deaf Youth Theatre halfway through their rehearsals of Alice for an intensive weekend workshop.
So when they get her up, I think they need to turn her right the way round.
Yeah.
That comes next. Oh, I'm done.
Chaos Theatre is a performance research company. So part of what we do is look at theatre forms from various different cultures and traditions and see how it can influence our theatre tradition. So, I mean, having the opportunity to work with people who are well versed in working physically and using their whole bodies as a way of expressing themselves, not verbal, I mean, it's an opportunity that we couldn't miss.
Excellent.
I know for the first evening that we worked with them, they found it very hard. I think they found some of our working techniques extremely weird. But as they stuck with it, it all became a lot clearer. And particularly today, when we started to build and make something for the play, they suddenly started to realize, that's what it all means, and that's how it can work.
Okay, all of you laugh. Point.
So laugh.
I think the brief was to come in and show them some new techniques. And then that was related to a specific scene in their show, a dream sequence, where you can use these surreal type images and non-naturalistic forms. So from that point of view, we have actually created the basis of this dream sequence.
rubbish.
Look, she's 18. She's old enough.
No, she's still too young. 21 is old enough.
They have an amazing ability with mime, not just in being able to just, pick up a very heavy bag and show how they can pick up a very heavy bag, but immediately know how to almost have a shorthand of visual signals, which make their work very exciting, as well as very, very clear, and at times wonderfully comic.
Chaos helped us with the dream sequence when Alice went blind. But one problem was, 4 weeks later, we tried to put it in the story and everyone had forgotten how to do it. We couldn't remember. She'd gone to meet a boyfriend down the pub.
You never told me.
I thought you knew.
What time is she arriving home?
Oh, she won't be late. Look, there's no need to worry. She's old enough to go to the pub. She's 18. Well, I think we're good. And I think it's good for the audience. It makes us aware of our confidence. Personally, I don't feel nervous because I've been acting before at college, and I'm used to it. I feel proud of what we've done and what we've achieved. We can do it. They can't. So it's one in the eye for them and one up for us.
This is Lancashire College in Chorley, about 11 miles northwest of Bolton. And this is where the Deaf Youth Theatre will present their premiere of Alice tomorrow. Deaf Impact 5 is a residential weekend for deaf people. It's an intensive 2 days of workshops, discussions and entertainment, such as the Deaf Comedians. It's in this atmosphere of deaf culture that the Deaf Youth Theatre will receive its first public reaction tomorrow.
Nice one.
Secret dreams of Alice. Secret dreams of Alice.
Well, I would say that when I first saw them, I thought how colourful it all was. It was lovely. Also, the music was really loud, which was really useful for deaf people to feel the vibrations. I was mostly impressed with their confidence. Some of them were a bit nervous because it was the first time. I could see that, but still, they were confident. When I was their age, I had no confidence. It had been impossible for me to get on stage. I'd been far too nervous. But it was great to see them. It was lovely, a good story, and I hope they carry on in the future. Stop! Do you really want to know what I'm dreaming about? Watch this.
Watching the youth theatre, it was fantastic. I mean, they were all deaf. I could feel the vibrations. I could really relate to the music, had good shapes. It was really visual, the clothes. I mean, the signing of the dream sequence was lovely. It was wonderful. I felt positive and proud as a deaf person. With dancing, I don't feel anything. But with the vibrations, I could really relate to it. It was brilliant. Ignore your mother.
Ignore my mother? I have to live with her. She's talking about you and university and talking about marriage and everything.
You can't blame your mother. It's only your dreams.
What's wrong with that? It's like a nightmare.
I think what I've learnt seeing it in the context of an almost completely deaf audience is how important the pace is dictated by the quickness of the signing. And when they've sort of trotted through the signing quite quickly at the beginning when they were nervous, the reception obviously wasn't as good as when they relaxed into it and slowed down.
Help me, Alice. Help me.
You. What's your dream?
That's the secret. For now.
Ten, 15, 20 years ago, there was nothing like this today. Nothing. Do you agree? Absolutely nothing. But here, today, we've broken down another barrier to show deaf people can do it. Signed performances, and also the confidence, the characters that developed. It was absolutely lovely. Thanks for coming, and thanks to the performers.
Well done.
When I came in and actually saw the performance, I was shocked. It was brilliant. The acting was lovely. The signing was perfect. I really feel proud of them.
One of the things that came out of this performance, directly afterwards, a member of the audience came over and asked if we would do performances to commission, if you like, because she was very aware that she wanted a piece of work that would be for younger deaf children because they're experiencing difficulties in the Lancashire area and that they're putting deaf children into mainstream primary schools and they're experiencing some bullying and they feel quite isolated. And she felt a group of older, young deaf people who could look at that issue would be a great role model for them and sort of confidence-boosting activity. So that's one of the proposals I'm going back with the group with when we meet again, and maybe that could be our next project.